All right, everybody. It is Friday. It's time to go live on YouTube here on the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel for you to learn how to write, publish, and promote a great book, a bestseller. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, and I'm here with one of our superstar authors, Joanie Lindenmeyer, author of Nun Better, an amazing love story. And we come on live every Friday to talk about tips for you to write a great book. So, Joni, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, and happy Friday to you. And I told you we're going to knock the socks off of everybody today with our topic. And so I have my Christmas socks, and they are clean, so they don't smell or anything. And so it's just a hi, everybody. Hi, glad you're
Oh,
here with us.
that is so cool. Thank you so much, Joni.
You're
So,
welcome.
so today's topic is timely. You can see that we have our Christmas trees on our screens today because it's the holiday season, and that means the new year is just around the corner. And so, what that means for us as people who are trying to write a book is to use the new year and the energy of that fresh start to actually finally write that book that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, talking about for years and years, and it's not done. Joni, what do you think about the timing of the new year to write a book?
I think it's fabulous. I think. And my prop today, thanks to Joyce, I'm back in Oregon, Joyce and Scott's house. And together we picked out our prop today. And the
Oh,
new year is about an angel start with a star. And we just
mm,
talked about Elizabeth's Christmas tree has a star on it. And we're right behind me is an angel. But to start a new year, you have what it takes inside of you, and angels will go and fly around you and be a part of you to help you become a star for the world to read this book. There's something that you probably just need to share and let it out, and the angels will help you. I know it. I know it. I've seen them, and they're here, and it's like it's that time of year. It's like yabba
yes.
dabba do.
Yes, 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 yes. I love that. So, Joni and I are both very spiritual, and we believe that our creativity and our purpose comes from spirit, from God. And when you get a calling to write a book, it's bigger than you. It's a spiritual calling that you have to contribute this to the world and leave a legacy and touch lives through the pages of your book. So Joni and I both deeply believe that. And so it's not just about you and procrastinating and, oh, you're busy and you don't have time to write the book. You must get it done. And so as we approach a new year and people are planning out their next 12 months with new success strategies, you have to incorporate time and energy to do the writing because it will not write itself unless you pay a ghostwriter. And most people either don't have the resources or the desire to pay someone else to write their book because it comes from the heart and soul. It's organic. And so the message really is the urgency to get that book done. Just this week, Joni celebrated the 1 year anniversary of finishing writing your book, right, Joni?
Oh my, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable to think that a year ago I finished writing it in 5 months. It's like I just poured out my life. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So Joni was in my 6 months to book, six, 6 months to best-selling book success program where she signed up to write her book in 6 months with me as her book coach. Well, she wrote it in 5 months and I edited it and we published it in less than a year of her starting, which is remarkable. And None Better is a bestseller. It's touching lives everywhere around the world, and it's incredible. And she's a testament to the fact that your book is a tool that can help change the world, one
yes,
person at a time. And so
yes,
one reader at a time. And so we're here today to celebrate the spirit of the holidays as fuel for you to understand
yes,
your life purpose that includes a book. If you're watching this, your life purpose includes writing a book and contributing that to the world. And what better time? So, another benefit of writing your book in 2024, the new year, or whenever you're watching this, if it's the new year, is that it's winter time in the Northern Hemisphere. Wintertime for me is a time of tremendous focus because I'm not tempted to be outdoors. It's cold outside where I live in Michigan. There's snow, not today, thankfully, but there can be snow and frigid temperatures, and it's conducive to staying home, hibernating, and writing. And so,
Yes.
even if you live in a climate that's typically warmer, like Joanie's in Oregon, it's not as cold as here, or California or the South. Um, the weather's still different in the wintertime. So, Joanie, what are your thoughts about winter being an excellent time to hunker down and write that book?
Oh, yes, because it's darker more, you know, and besides the cold, it's darker more. And so then what do? Well, you need to do something. And if you're not into watching TV or listening to music or dancing in your living room all day long, then you have to find something to do. And so it's like, get to the computer, get to your notebook or whatever. And I think it's also a time of reflection. I think, I'm the spiritual kind of person here again, like you said, and I love Advent because it's the waiting for Jesus. I love that waiting period. This Sunday will be Gaudete, which is the pink candle. That's all I'm going to say about that because of LGBTQ and pink. That also goes together. But and you mentioned the word urgency, Elizabeth. I think that's really, really important because I think once you start something, just go for it. That vacillating back and forth of should I do this or not do this, or what might happen, and go to the negative world. Go there. Just know that you're destined and you have something in your heart to share, and it's bigger than you, and it's going to help other people. And so why not start it in 2024? Why not pick a date on there of when you want to accomplish it? And those things are just super important for you. And then the rest will come. Just believe. Isn't that the season? Believe. Believe.
Yes, believe. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that. So, Joni, the word believe is one of the most powerful words in the English language. You have to believe in yourself that you actually can write a book. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't believe it, you're going to procrastinate. You will make excuses. You'll find every reason under the sun to not get it done. But
Mm-hmm.
when you believe, and I listen to Mariah Carey a lot,
Oh, love
and
Mariah Carey. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, I just saw her in concert. She was amazing. And
Oh,
yeah,
we saw
her,
her in concert too, Carol and I, years ago in Las Vegas.
oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
anyway, sorry about that, but yeah.
It's okay. Well, when I was writing my first book, I would listen to her song Make It Happen.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And a lot of her other songs are all about believing in yourself. One is called Hero. That's an amazing song. You're the hero. And
Mhm.
we're always waiting for someone to come and save us. But no, we save ourselves and we are the hero of our own lives. And when
Mhm.
it comes to doing something as huge as writing a book, you have to believe beyond no other. And here's another element of belief. When you have a literary agent who's shopping your book to publishers, they're going to get a lot of rejection letters. And you need to believe that your book will be successful and get a publishing home at some point. And your agent has to also believe that because they're
Yes.
advocating for
Yes.
you.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
know
And
that wasn't,
thank you for saying that because you and Catherine have always believed in me. I mean, and we're new in a friendship relationship, but you trusted me and you trusted what was going on. And we just had this rapport, the three of us, Catherine, you and I, that we could do it. And we knew we could do it and we could do it together. And that's
Mhm.
really, really powerful. You're not alone when you do this. Can I jump in there with something else?
Please.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Again, I have recommended some people to you. One includes a man I met on the airplane flying home last night, Duncan. And Duncan, if you are listening in, your wife, I know she's got it inside of her, and I cannot wait to meet her. And I hope that this can happen while I'm over here in Medford, Ashland area. But this is Elizabeth. And so, make that
Hi,
happen.
Duncan.
Yep, 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 yep. And then there's Miguel Angel, and I call him Angel Miguel. And he actually works at a restaurant in Bentonville, and he's been toying with writing things down. And he's just a very, very beautiful he's an old soul. He's, oh my gosh, maybe 22, 23, 24. as ever and just so vulnerable. And we sat and shared and talked, and he's got a story inside of his heart too. And then the last one, I want to give a shout out to True Self Recovery. Ethan, Ethan, you read me those little excerpts and poems that you wrote at the presentation that I gave. And Ethan, this is Elizabeth. And at some point in your life, I hope that they can become a book, because they can definitely help somebody. So again, it's just three people in 3 days, Elizabeth, that have it in their heart that they want to write, they want to express, and now is the time. It's not
Hmm.
procrastination. It's jump into that swimming pool. Well, it's wintertime. Hope it's not ice. Jump in and just make it happen, and hang with a team. Find somebody. I believe.
Yes, yes. Having people around you. And we did another show, a talk about having a team, and you need a team to support you. You need a team to push you through the times when it feels difficult, and you need a team to provide the support for skills that you don't have, like you had a team with technology helping you with Google
Oh,
Docs and social media and everything. And you need that team to believe just as strongly in you as you believe in yourself or more. Because,
right.
like me as your book coach, if you ever felt confused or overwhelmed, which you didn't, but I am here to help authors get clarity and confidence and
Well, there
courage.
was one time that I was overwhelmed, and I had so much on my heart, Elizabeth, and maybe you don't remember this. And for people out there, you'll have things that will sort of slow you down a little bit, but it's like it's just slowing down so you can burst again. And Elizabeth gave me the suggestion, well, Joni, just go sit and be quiet with it for a little bit. And that's what I did. And like within, you know, 2, 3, 4 minutes, it was like I was back at the computer with my four fingers and my one finger, because we all have weaknesses, so whatever you have to do. But that little bit of quiet solitude was able to spring forth whatever needed to bubble inside of me to burst. And I believe that happens for everybody. I
Uh-huh.
just believe that.
Hmm. I love that, the way you burst. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So, bursting, believing, all the things that are required for the mindset to write a book, um, but assembling a team to get it done in the new year. A lot of
Mhm.
times people are shifting gears in January, so you
Good
can
point.
assemble. Yeah, they're looking for new opportunities. They want to do something different and something creative, perhaps. And in January, it's a good time to find your new tribe for your book writing team. And so you can go on Fiverr.com, you can go on Upwork.com. There's websites where you can find people to help you with the various things you need for a book, such as formatting your cover if you're self-publishing,
Woohoo.
and formatting the interior and doing graphic design. But you can also find an assistant. You can also find people who, if you want a ghostwriter, I have some uh, book coaching clients who found ghostwriters on those websites and had tremendous success with them. So other people are looking for an upgrade, a level up in the new year, and you can be instrumental in helping them achieve that as well.
Right.
So, Joni,
And you mentioned creativity or creative. It's
uh-huh,
the imagination. I love the word imagine. In Bentonville, I went to the Amazeum. It's a museum, a museum, and
uh-huh,
oh my gosh, the creativity and
uh-huh,
the amazing and the imagination that can again just come from wherever it comes.
hmm,
And think about it. Think about, what could your book cover look like? What might the title of your book be? Is it like naming a boat, naming a book? It's the same kind of imagination and heart that you can put out there. And just imagine. We've been toying with our book covers. And so I
yeah,
put it on my screensaver of the phone yesterday,
hmm,
our book cover coming up. And I'm not going to tell anybody, but oh my gollies, more excitement, more believing, more imagination, more creativity, and
yeah.
more urgency.
I love it. I love it. So that's great. So, Joni, another thing about this time of year is, in addition to looking forward to the new year, we look back on the
Yep.
past year, so 2023. And in
Yep.
terms of writing a book, looking back on the past 12 months, what have I been doing? Oh, my book isn't done. Oh, I haven't even started. Or, oh, I started and stopped. I'm stuck. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to have that same feeling, which is tremendously angst-ridden, in my opinion, when you look back and you say, what did I do all year? Why didn't I make this a priority? Look at all the time I wasted with whatever. Um, Looking back and saying, how can I prioritize this in the coming year and not wake up in December of 2024 looking back and a whole nother year has passed
Oh,
with
oh,
no book?
wow. Wow. It's
That's
like,
been my
could
reality.
old acquaintance be
Yeah.
forgotten? Sorry, I'm off key, but yeah, look, I see what you're saying.
I
Wow.
think I hate that feeling. I don't use the word hate much, but I have that feeling. I have so many projects that I haven't finished. And every year when it comes to a close, I'm like, why couldn't I get this done? I'm running a
Uh-huh.
business. We just published another book, Contains Recycled Parts by Amy Makovic. This week,
Ooh,
it was her 4-year anniversary of her heart, liver, and kidney transplant.
wow.
Remarkable story. Please get your copy at twosisterswriting.com. Contains Recycled Parts by Amy Makovic. And she talks a lot about the science of gratitude as her
Ooh, ooh.
success formula for her miraculous recovery. Now she's living life to the fullest, and it's just a beautiful story. Um,
Oh, congratulations, Amy. Way to go. Oh my gosh. High tens to you. I know that feeling. Oh, it's
yeah.
like birthing a baby. It's birthing a book. I can't wait to hear what's going to happen next. Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes. So there's a big push for Organ Donation Awareness Month in April.
Yeah,
And for all of you with a book, your book has a purpose in the greater world in that it can
yeah.
help remind people of the importance because were it not for her donors, she would not be alive right now. She came close to dying if she didn't get a heart transplant, and she thankfully got one, but she only got one because families generously, sorry, it makes me cry.
Yeah,
Um,
that's very emotional. Oh my
yeah,
God.
families were grieving because they lost loved ones, but those loved ones had agreed to be organ donors, which you can do at your
Right,
DMV or Secretary of State wherever you live. It's
right.
just checking a box. And so when you think about her book, Joni, in the context of what we're doing, there is an urgency, whether it's in January or whenever today, to write a book that
Mhm.
can shed light on a topic and literally save lives. People could read
Yep,
her book and say, okay, I'm going to go or I'm going to check the box to say, yes, I'm an organ donor.
yep, I am.
Me too. And you can save multiple lives upon passing, which is sad, but all those organs can be harvested for multiple people and save their lives. You know how profound that is?
Yep, yep, yep. You got me emotional now.
I'm
It's like from
sorry.
there's new life. Isn't that what
Yes,
it's about? Somebody has died and they're giving new life. And
yes,
oh my gosh, that's to
yes.
me that's
I,
spiritual.
it
But
is totally.
oh my gosh.
And in the context of what we're talking about today, the urgency is that Amy wrote her book and it can convince people who might not have considered being an organ donor to be that. And they're going to see the joy and the, sorry, I don't know
Yep.
why it makes me cry so much.
Love it when
Um,
you get like this. Normally I'm a crier. This is your day.
It can help so many people, and were it not for her book, maybe people wouldn't be convinced or even have thought about it because it's a delightful book to read, whether you are in a health crisis or not. It's just fun. She balances the humor and all the wit with the heavy duty topics.
That's
So,
great. That's great.
yeah,
Oh, and she
yeah,
believed. She believed in her new body parts, and I love the title, the book
yeah,
that recycled. It's like,
hmm,
yeah, it's
yeah,
recycled for her.
hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really
oh,
powerful. So there is an urgency, even if you're watching this in July or August or whenever, there's an urgency to write the book. And also, the pandemic showed us that life is short and unexpected, terrible,
Oh,
sad things can happen. People can die
absolutely.
unexpectedly, and or people can get sick and not have the ability anymore to write a book,
That's right.
you know?
Yep.
So
Yep.
do it now. Don't wait. Write that book. Write it. Write it. If you need help, I can help you as a book coach. Please go to twosisterswriting.com. Other people use a writing group. You can find one in your town. Just go online. There's meetups for writers, whatever it takes to give you that motivation and accountability. With the Joanie came to us through serendipity, which is God's way of being anonymous, through a series of people we know, me and my sister Catherine Greenspan. And then Joanie was all of a sudden in our lives and has become a dear friend in addition to our superstar author. So,
Oh, thank you.
trust. You're welcome. Once you
Yes.
set the intention to write the book and you're really, really ready and believing something is going to activate in you, that's going to activate in the universe, people, opportunities, situations, resources are going to come to you. In fact, Joni, in one of our Friday podcasts, and please watch all of them here on the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing YouTube channel, because they're all about tips for you to write that great book. But Joni talked about the resources magically coming to her when she committed to writing the book. The resources to hire me as her book coach and editor and publisher, the resources to do all the things to promote the book, like getting her big banner and her business cards and postcards and buying booths at events where she can have autograph. Yes, yes. From jump, Joni has been promoting the book, but it takes resources. And if you could tell yourself, oh, I don't have the resources, I don't have the money to do it, you won't do it. But if you trust, the resources will come. It's an amazing manifesting magical tool just to believe. You set this energy, you activate this energy that's in yourself and the universe, and it's magic right, Joni?
Yes. Yes. And you don't have to see it. You just believe it. Believe without seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
believe without seeing it.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect statement for the holiday season, the magic of Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate.
Yep. Hanukkah.
Joni and I are both Christian and we celebrate Christmas.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'm non-denominational in my spirituality and I believe in love and peace for all people everywhere.
Right
So,
on. Right on. And I so
yes.
appreciate that about you. Yes.
Yeah,
And I'm
thank you.
Catholic Episcopal is what I am. It's like being LGBTQ. So tired of the labels. I don't want to be a label. Just want to be me,
Yes.
and if I don't know if anybody else is out there like that, but sometimes we need to get rid of the labels and just love people and be
Yes,
loved.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yesterday in the New York Times, they had a story that was so good. It was written by the book review editor
Mhm.
and talking about how books are labeled like a Chinese immigrant story or a gay awakening. And it's like the labels are there, but the industry needs to know how to categorize books. So
Huh?
labels are a reality, but they just get kind of comical at times because they're so
Mhm.
overused.
Mhm.
And we're not
Mhm.
defined by labels,
Right.
you know? So, all right,
Right.
Joni. Well,
For
this has
sure.
been phenomenal. I'm so
Yes, it
grateful.
has. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Do you have any last words?
Oh, you always ask me that question, and I'm going to defer. Elizabeth, do you have any last words today?
Yes, it's the holiday season and people give gifts. Well, give the gift of your book to yourself,
Oh,
whether that means
oh,
just allotting time for yourself if you have any lull over the holidays, time off work, a retreat at home. Give yourself the gift of time, energy, and focus to write your book. And if you want to take it another step further, give yourself the gift of a book coach that can help you. Give yourself the gift of all the tools. Maybe
cheerleader.
buy,
Joni will be the cheerleader.
yes, yes. Give yourself the gift of assembling a team of people who can support you in your writing endeavor. And give yourself the gift of whatever cool paper, pens, laptop, whatever tools you need to write your book. Do that. Make it a priority. Invest the time and resources into making the magic happen. And you'll look up a year from now as you're looking at 2025 and say, I am a published author because I made it happen in 2024. So we
Yes.
wish you the best, happiest writing. And Joanie, do you want to say your goodbye?
Oh, I always like to say goodbye. First off, it's a blessing. It's a spiritual blessing to everybody as you start on your journey. So my heart and prayers go with you on that. And my ending is always the same. Big hugs,
Yes.
lots of kisses,
Um,
and spread joy.
All right, Joni. I wish you the happiest holiday. And all of you, please, please, please share this with anybody who might be interested in writing a book. It can give that extra dose of encouragement that they need to create some urgency and write that book. Please visit twosisterswriting.com. You can order Joni's book there. Nun Better, an amazing love story, is phenomenal. You will love it. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. Please share all of these interviews that we have every Friday to talk about how to write a great book with anybody who needs to know how to write, publish, and promote that bestseller that can touch lives everywhere. So we wish
You
you
got it.
happy writing and happy holidays.
You bet. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Big hugs again. Love you bunches.
Love you too. Good luck writing.